welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do the story, or I should say the birth story of my daughter, Marylynn Alice Bowling. So, on April 26th, 2021, I went to the doctor's for a regular checkup, and they was supposed to do a stress test that day. So they were trying to find her heartbeat, and they always have trouble finding mine versus hers, so they didn't know whose they were listening to. But so they wanted to do a ultrasound, and when they did the ultrasound, they said, "I'm sorry, Briana, there's no heartbeat." My first response was, "Oh my God, you're lying, you're joking, something's wrong, can you bring her back to life?" And then I thought, how am I going to tell my kids, especially Aiden? He was looking forward to having a little sister. And then I had to call and tell my husband, who was looking forward to finally having his first daughter. And I told him, and he told me when he got to the doctor's office that after I told him and he got off the phone with me, that he threw up because the news made him so sick to his stomach. And then I called and told my husband's mom, so the kids' grandma, what had happened, because she had Kyson, because Kyson had just gotten out of school. I think he was still in school at that time. He had just gotten out of school, and she had him because they get dropped off at the bus at her house. And I said, "Don't tell the boys," I said, "until we know what's going on." So after Nathan got to to the doctor's office, the nurse or whoever came in and talked to us and said, "This is what you need to do." So they said, "Go to the hospital and let them know what happened, and they'll go from there." So we got to the hospital, and they checked twice to make sure that there actually was no heartbeat, and there wasn't. And then they said, "Well, do you want to have another C-section, or do you want to try having an actual birth?" And at first I was like, well, I want to try a natural birth, not natural, but like vaginal birth. And they were like, "Well, we can't give you any Pitocin because of your previous C-sections. It will put pressure on your scar and all this stuff." So me and Nate talked, and basically I said, "Okay, let's go through with another C-section." So that's what we did. So we decided on that day to get it done, and instead of wait till the next day. So they fit me in to wherever they could fit me in their schedule to have a C-section. And she was born at 6:27 p.m. I didn't see her, I don't think, until maybe an hour or so later in the recovery room. They wanted to get me settled and everything before they brought her in. She was beautiful. She is beautiful. This necklace I wear every day has her ashes in it. I wear it because I need her close to me. So we did the genetic testing and the autopsy results, and all of the things that you can do when you have a stillbirth. And it took about 8 weeks, I think, to get her results back. And just as I knew it, nothing was wrong with her. Nothing. She was perfect. And when I was in the hospital, they did testing on me, and they said that there was nothing wrong with me, that all my levels and blood and everything was normal. So it was just a freak incident where her heart stopped beating. And I did deal with high blood pressure throughout the whole pregnancy, and I was taking medication for that daily. I told myself I wasn't gonna cry because I've gone over this 100 times in my head, but actually talking about it is different. So after I got her results and everything, it kind of just made me want to have another baby. There's nothing wrong with her, so what stopped us from trying again? I know I have to wait a certain amount of time because I had a third C-section, and the more C-sections you have, the more complications there can be. Marylynn was supposed to be the baby that completed our family. God had other plans. Now I have 3 guardian angels. I have my mama, who has been watching over me since I was little. And then last year, Nathan's papa passed away, so I have him. And now I have my daughter, who I miss every day. Not a single day goes by where I don't think about her and how old she would be right now, what her cry would sound like, and what her smile would look like, and how her brothers would love to hold her every day. And the thing that kills me the most is that Aiden is the one that is most affected by it because he's the oldest, and he was so excited to have a little sister. And he tells me all the time, "Mommy, can you have another baby? I want another sister." And Kyson's too little to understand any of this. He just thinks that she's either still in my belly or she's still at the hospital and that she's eventually gonna come home. And I constantly have to remind him that he won't see her until he passes away and goes to heaven. And it just breaks my heart that we have her room that we don't go into all that often. I go in there sometimes to cry or to just look at her room because it wasn't even fully finished when she passed away. But it also gives me comfort knowing that she's not in pain and that she knows the Lord, and that one day I will see her again. Me and Nathan haven't talked about when we want to try for another baby or if we're going to try for another baby, but in my heart, my mama heart, I need another baby. I know no other baby will ever replace Marylynn, but my arms are empty. I'm supposed to have a newborn right now. I'm supposed to be doing newborn updates with you guys, and instead I'm doing her stillbirth story. And it just baffles me. It seems like a nightmare sometimes, and none of my family, my immediate family, has gone through this. There's some people that are in Nathan's side of the family that has lost a baby during pregnancy, and I also have friends that I know that have lost babies, but nowhere near as far along in their pregnancy as I was. I was 34 weeks, and I was born at 34 weeks. I was a preemie. And I found a group on Facebook that I have been in, and it's helped a lot. And then on Instagram, there's a group of people that have reached out to me and said they've gone through similar things that I have. So it's been helpful, and I've gotten through it. I feel like I didn't get to grieve as long as I should have because of an incident that happened at the hospital. I don't know if I'm going to go into that or not, but it was a traumatic experience, and they tried to put me in the psych ward, long story short, because I was depressed. I've been depressed since high school, and I deal with it on a daily basis, and so that was a whole experience in itself. But my goal right now is to live every day for her, for my daughter, for Marylynn, to do the best that I can and be the best that I can. So with that being said, I am changing my lifestyle. I am getting all the bad products out of our house. I am getting all that toxic stuff out of our house. We are eating healthier. I am working out. I am drinking only water, and I'm making the switch for our family, for our health, for our life, because I want to live long and be with my kids and my husband, because my boys are what get me through every day, even though they make me want to pull my hair out most days. They are what push me to be the best that I can, and they push me to be stronger, and without them I wouldn't know where I would be at right now. I don't know if I would be dead, I don't know if I would still be alive, but without Nathan, Aiden, and Kyson, with them I am stronger. With them I am who I am supposed to be. I am a wife, I am a mom, and I am an angel mom, because my baby girl was born sleeping, and I will always blame myself, even though it was not my fault, and it wasn't anybody's fault. It was just something that happened, and I don't think I'll ever come to terms with there being nothing wrong with her. I mean, in my head, I know she was always perfect. She was perfect. She was her daddy's baby girl, and she will always be her daddy's baby girl. Always. It just breaks my heart to know that he will not have a daughter on earth unless we decide to have another kid. And we're just not ready to talk about that right now. I know in my heart I want another one. If I could be pregnant right now again, I would. But I don't think he's mentally ready for that. I don't think I'm mentally ready for that. And I don't want to get the kids' hopes up again this soon with me getting pregnant again. So there's a lot of thinking to do in the next year. There's a lot of progress that needs to be worked on, and me and Nate and the kids and just a family all together. If you are a mom of a stillborn, or someone who has lost a child in any way, shape, or form, I am here for you. You are not alone. Do not suffer in silence. Let somebody know what is happening. If you need help, ask for it. I know I struggle with asking for help, but you need to ask for help. My husband is my biggest support system, my biggest person that I can go and talk to. I can talk to him about anything. So if you don't have one of them people, I can be that for you. Just don't suffer in silence. Talk to someone. With that being said, I hope you guys, I don't want to say you enjoy this video, but it's a stillbirth video. What can you say about it? But the one thing that I always end out the videos with is don't forget, do not give up. The beginning is always the hardest, and that is tattooed on my chest, and that comes from my mammal, who Marylynn is named after. My mammal's name is Mary Lou Holt, and my daughter, her name is Marylynn Alice Bowling. She was named after both grandmas. And I really believe that every day is the start of a new day, and that you should never give up, because the beginning is always the hardest. You always start new chapters in your life, and each chapter is going to be hard. So with that being said, I hope everyone gets something out of this video, whether it's you have another person that you can talk to about your stillbirth or losing of a child, or that you get courage to get through each day. You get something from this video. And with that being said, I'm going to end it here, guys. Bye.
Why do I make things complicated? Why do I lose all my control? I keep on letting my bad habits make us both come crashing to the floor. Something to save us, close but we're strangers.